Australian designer Grant Featherston was known for being one of Australia's best furniture designers of all time. His design work has brought him to be a part of the Renaissance in this present decade due to other designers being fascinated by his distinctive chair designs. Similarly, Mark Newson, another Australian well-renowned industrial designer, still to this day presents the same contemporary ideas and use of materials within a modern design as Featherston. In this video, I will be comparing just how Featherston started a line of inspiration for the newer industrial furniture designers to this day of age, such as Newson, and how the past world events sparked a change in the history of design. By raising more attention towards the social and political issues in society gives a greater insight into the unique designs created by both artists and how situational factors are involved in both designers' works by manipulating elements and materials. Diving into their society at the time, post-war period time is really what began the movement of modernization. Furniture over the last few decades has been a rising section of the design industry, much more than most realize. It was sought to rather create a design that involves qualities loved for the use of the piece of furniture, to make it comfortable bit of house furniture. However, as time progressed, a rather luxury of a new design was desired. Apart from being a modern artist at the time of the post-war means conforming to social change and trying to better design for a brighter future. Furniture changed drastically as society was moving forward, therefore creating post-war reconstruction, says Grant. Seen in the past few decades how Featherston's pieces have been going through a form of renaissance displays how effective modernization has been on the designers of today, which then brings Mark Newson into the picture. Both artists use environmentally friendly materials in their work, acknowledging the past struggles of society with the limited supply of elements in the world after the war outbreak. Featherston's R152 chair made in 1951 was the base of all of the rest of his chair designs, supported by wooden legs having the legs all starred in the center and then placed almost like spider legs. But yeah, not going outside of the base of the chair so it all is compact. It's an amazing feature. Creating such a simplistic design, designed for comfort and its own aesthetic look, is what makes it such a great design. Nowadays you would commonly see chairs similarly to this in a living room or study in a major building office even. Most people focus on the looks of the design being comfort, however, Featherston was a designer who focused on both. Featherston's childhood began in Geelong, in the countryside, which nobody would have guessed this is the road he decided to take. Becoming an icon of the atomic age because of his designs, I think is the most important thing of being such a pure designer with no influences from the design world. That's what makes you so more intriguing. Having his designs being put into exhibitions is what really got him noticed. His work was placed in the post-war exhibition in the NGV, and it involved works that all fit into the same genre of chairs. However, they were also unique in different ways. Seen in the wing chair in 1951, this would seem a lot like the first photo that we looked at, but the arms were added. By using upholstery fabrics as the body of the chair, he was able to create comfort. Upholstery is and was an expensive fabric to get your hands on. However, it is a difficult fabric to get a stain out, but very doable. As seen in this image, R160 lounge chair made in 1951, by using that cushioning material to manipulate the texture creates that lift in the base of the chair, giving it more of a personality and firmness for actual use. The quality that it took for his designs to be known as modern and fall under modernity was all based on his style. Creating furniture that belongs in both exhibitions and houses is truly something amazing at the time that he lived in. Seen in his chair R161 in 1952, this sofa is more of a unique one, where the material is more present because it is obvious that the chair is meant for multiple people. IKEA furniture is mostly made for cheaper materials and known to be non-environmentally friendly, yet they still provide a sort of look like Featherston's chairs do. Then comes contemporary art, which began during his time. However, his modern style is what made furniture appear like a luxury rather than a piece of art. He made a great effect on the designers of today to take inspiration from his one-of-a-kind ideas and change them for good or bad. Industrial designer Mark Newson is best known for creating a contemporary piece of art rather than a typical furniture design. He was born in Sydney, Australia, most known for his chair designs, just like Featherston. Newson mainly portrays the use of manipulating form and normality in his designs, creating a geometric shape in his pieces to generate a pleasing aesthetic towards a deformed object. His works aren't necessarily bad pieces of work, they are just pieces that would be treated more like a work of art rather than an everyday furniture household item. As seen in these two images, the Z300 Chase Lounge, made in 1953 by Mark Newson, and the aluminium chair, made in 2018 by Grant Featherston, we compare Featherston's designs that is very different to the rest of his, having the form more of a lounge lying down chair that appears to not look so comfortable, having one round cushion. However, this style became very popular around the time that he designed it. Although the second image is very different to Featherston's design, it still presents that idea of non-comfort, while in the form of a piece that could be made more comfortable. Newson has created a family living room chair that almost appears like it is floating. His non-typical furniture designs added to the contemporary movement that began after the wars by creating something so different than provoking more of a meaning of a new start with society. His famous plastic Oregon chair made in 1998, it is obvious that this item is a chair, but it's just fascinating how our minds can still comprehend that due to the amount of change it has gone through. Newson managed to not only bend and stretch his design, but made it hollow, which gave an insight into his mindset on contemporary design and how far it can be taken. However, the materials that were used in his design specifically, it was obvious that it was most suitable material for look-wise, but plastic is not good for the environment when it is broken up. His designs then provoke more of an understanding of the change in what designers are capable of during this generation, and what an original style really means. Although the right materials were not demonstrated, and it is not the most comfortable looking design, it is still amazing that he was able to manipulate a simple chair into looking like a chair just with his own twist. Overall, the change that has been brought upon this generation we live in today has been heavily impacted by past wars and events. No matter how far away from the world's past we are wanting to get, there is still always going to be inspiration from within that time reflecting on us all now. This has created modernist and contemporary artists all over the world. Art design is forever changing and forever being influential towards more and more artists out there, but it was clear that Featherston has managed to start his own form of design influence, hoping that materials and simplicity are what can be done at most to benefit the future of the environment, as this is our world's biggest problem for our future, therefore separating the good versus the bad designs of history. Thank you.